Morning Year 3, Miss Smith here. Now this is your first English remote learning lesson and we're going to try and do what we do in the classroom, which I know is going to be tricky, but hopefully it's going to work. So we're going to start a brand new story this week and we're going to cover it for a couple of weeks actually. And most days you'll be given your normal time where you get to see some pictures on a notebook. We'll send you like plot points that we have as well. We'll do some initiates where we'll collect some ideas together, we'll write a model, and then you'll be given some time to write your own sentences and paragraphs as well. So it's going to be similar to what we do in class, but also a little bit different because myself and Miss Coatman won't be there. But just try your hardest to get your work done as well. Now you might have noticed on Teams, I've uploaded an assignment for you, which is called English Story Week 1 to Week 3. Now this is an online document that you can use to write your story. Every single day you'll continue writing on the same Word document, and myself and Miss Coatman will have a look at what you've done on the previous day as well. So it will be there, it'll be an online, a continuous document, and you can see what you've written already and what's to come as well. Today though, we're going to have an experience day. So we're going to have a look at some different photos and collect some different ideas. It's all based around the story that we're going to be focusing on. Now, as always, I'm not going to tell you what story we're doing. We're going to discover it together. But from the pictures, we might start to notice a little bit of a theme for today. So if we just move over here. So we're going to have a look at some of these pictures today. Now, they're probably not pictures that we see very often at all. They're really, really different. Now, I just want you to have take a few moments, just have a look at some of these pictures that are in front of you. Now, they're probably not things that we see on our walk to school to Chartham in the morning. They're hopefully nothing that we've seen in England either. But we may have seen pictures like this in books or on TV programmes or things like that as well. So we've got, let's start at the top here. We've got a picture of a little boy who seems to be walking somewhere. He's carrying a backpack, maybe he's heading to school. And in the background, we've got a really demolished building. It might have been demolished from an earthquake or a bomb or something like that. We're not quite sure. But we can really get a sense of what this little boy might be feeling. What's happened to all these people that live in these houses? Is this his school that he was heading to that day? We're not really sure. We've got a lot of destruction in this photo though. Let's have a look at this second picture here of these children. Now, we have what I would assume is a mum of some sort, and we've got a long trail of lots of different people. Some children who's carrying a baby by the look of it, maybe brothers and sisters, family members, and they're all carrying what seems to be some suitcases and things as well. So I wonder where that's come from, wonder why they're having to move. That's not how I've moved house in the past. Normally have a big truck full of all of my belongings, but he's only got a tiny little suitcase, which is unusual. Now this picture here straight away makes me feel really sad. We can see there's some sort of fire going on in the background. Was it a fire? Is it a fire that's been caused by a bomb? We're not 100% sure. We can see loads of destruction here all around the bottom. Lots of things seem to have been destroyed. I can't see very many people either. Now if we look at these two photos, now this picture here is of loads and loads of people all pushed into one really small space, all trying to get some sleep. Straight away I've got questions going through my head. Why are they having to sleep there? What's happened? Where is their home? Also, why is there only men here? Where are the women? Lots and lots of questions. I want to know the backstory for these people here. And then last but not least, we've got the picture of this little girl here. Now, there's lots of children who are running, who are all wearing these backpacks. So where are they going? Maybe it's similar to this boy up here. Their rucksacks actually look quite similar. So maybe they're all going to the same school. But around her looks really different to what we have at our school. She's having to walk quite a long way by the look of it, unless this is her school here. But there seems to be lots of rubble and stuff all over the floor as well. So these pictures are here really to kind of like spark what you might be thinking, having some ideas about what our story might be about. You've probably gathered from this that our story is not set predominantly in England. It is set in other parts of the world, and that this character that we meet is probably going to be a little bit different to us as well. Now, what I have done on Teams is I've set you a little bit of an assignment. Now, there's two parts, so don't pause the video here and then never come back. There is two little things for you to do. Now, the first thing, I've shown you those 5 pictures, and now on Teams, there is a quiz that I've asked you to do. Now, those 5 pictures come up in a quiz similar to the one that you did yesterday, actually, but they'll show you a picture, and then you've got 2 words that are from our fantastics. So what I would like you to do is I would like you, underneath the picture, you have like an answer box. I'd like you to write some key words, phrases, sentences, whatever you've got, that are based on these 2 fantastics. If the picture is asking you for noticing and asking, don't do your feeling sentences because that's in a different picture. So only focus on the fantastics I've given you. Now, I've done a little bit of an example here. So this is actually one of the pictures that you have and the 2 fantastics you've got. And I've written down my keywords and sentences that are to do with those fantastics. So this first one here, I've looked at the noticing. So I have focused on everything that I can see in this picture. Now, I haven't done all of them. I've only done a really quick example for you, so you can make sure that you fill in all the things that you can notice. So I've got things like the bricks are scattered across the floor, there's dust flying above my head, another building has collapsed today. You could talk about the fact that you notice this boy walking alone, you notice the electricity pylons being scraped away from the building, you notice that the roof has collapsed. Whatever you can notice, you can jot that down in your answer box. In the same answer box, I've also talked about all the things that the character is going to be asking. What is happening? Will this end? Will I survive? I'm sure you can think of loads of other things that this character might be asking. So pause the video here now, go and find that assignment on Teams. It will have come up, it would have popped up on your feed, but also if you go into the English section, there's 2 assignments there and you want to click on the first one, which is called First English Assignment and then today's date. When you've done that, pop back to me and you can find out the rest of the lesson. So hopefully you've had a chance to have a look at all of those different pictures and think about all the different fantastics. And especially when it came to the feeling one, I know straight away that the pictures just made me feel really sad and really upset. And I just had so many questions about it. Now, the second assignment that I'd like you to do today is, again, it is on Teams. And it is labelled Second English Task for Assignment. Now, in this document, it's a Word document that you can edit. You will see that I have given you 4 boxes. One of them I've already completed. But I'm going to ask you here to come up with some sentences that you might use in this story that's going to be really similar to kind of what's happening in the pictures we've looked at already. Now, you're given 3 fantastics. You only need to focus on one at a time, and I'd like you to write a sentence that you could use in your story. Now, be as creative as you want. This is your time to really think about it. You've got the rest of this English lesson to focus on these 3 sentences, and then you can use them in your writing for the next couple of weeks. So if you go on to Teams, find that assignment. I have done an example for you as well. So that's all our English lesson for today. Now, I know it's quite short, but it was a really good way of introducing us to what we are going to be doing this week and the next week in English as well. If you've got more time, have a look at some of those pictures. If you can, maybe you could do some research into where they've come from and just have a general chat with the grown-ups in your household about what they think about this as well, because that will really help you for your story. I will see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, I'm available at 10 o'clock and at 2 o'clock today for any help. Bye, guys.